some women were coming down to the tomb to anoint the body, but things didn't quite work out as they were expecting. As they arrived at the tomb, they had the stone rolled away. This was not what they were expecting. Their plans were really upset. As they were on their journey down to the tomb, they would have had sadness, grief, a sense of loss, of being confused. And then they see the stone has been rolled away. Now, what do they think is happening? When they get to the tomb, they see the stone's been rolled away, and there's a man there next to his folded grave clothes. Jesus nowhere to be seen, the body nowhere to be seen. And he says to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? You have come here to find Jesus. He is not here. He is risen, exactly as he said." And they have the message now to go on and share the good news. And they were trembling and bewildered, wondering what to make of it all as they left, as they carried on the journey, knowing they had to share the good news, but having a sense of fear as well, a sense of confusion. What would happen when they found the others to share the good news?
Sit down, John. I've got something to tell you. Yes, I'm all right. At least I think I am. It's his body, John. His body's gone. Well, who would have taken it? The Romans? What motive could they have? Pilate was the one who ordered the stone rolled in front of the tomb in the first place, and then he put a seal on it so that nobody could tamper with it. What motive could they have for stealing it? The Pharisees? I don't think so. Moving a dead body? And on the Sabbath too? Oh, it doesn't make sense. That's why I hate Jerusalem. Enemies around every corner, everyone suspicious of everyone else. Nothing good has ever happened to me in Jerusalem. You know why we were going there. We were going there to prepare the body with spices. His beautiful, broken body. Oh, my beautiful boy. I will be upset, John. I know it's hard on all of us, but I'm his mother. I watched him grow. I gave birth to him. When I think of the things that they did to him, and they whipped him and spat on him, those nails, and when they eventually finished it with a sword, it felt like it had gone through my own heart. The old man, the prophecy. When Jesus was only 8 days old, we took him to the temple in Jerusalem. And there was an old man there, and he told me one day a sword would pierce my own heart. It's not exactly the thing you say to a new mother with a new baby, is it? That was in Jerusalem. And then again we went to Jerusalem when Jesus was 12. Well, we lost him. I thought he was with his father thought he was with me. We lost him for 3 days. I was absolutely frantic. And when we found him, he was sitting in the temple. And he said that he was about his father's business. That was at Passover time too. Yes, sorry. When we got to the tomb, the stone had been rolled away. Well, Mary ran on ahead of me, her legs are younger than mine, and sitting inside the tomb were 2 men, and they were dressed in white. And they said, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? Jesus isn't here, he's risen." They were angels. They must have been angels. Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm not some senile old woman. I am perfectly fine under the circumstances, John. I've seen an angel before. Yes, and funnily enough, nobody believed me then either. No, I'm not some mad old woman. I don't see angels around every corner. John, if you were going to be my adopted son, I can see that I'm going to have to teach you a few manners. I'm sorry. But I did see an angel. When I was a young girl, an angel came to me and he told me that I would give birth to the Son of the Most High. I was a virgin at the time. Yes, I know. Why would anyone believe me? But you've seen him now, John. You've known him. You've seen all the miracles that he's done. You know that he can't be of this world. That angel said to me, his kingdom would have no end. Everything ends. Eventually, everyone dies. Yes. He is risen, John. He must be. Remember when he brought Lazarus out of the tomb and he said, "I am the resurrection and I am the life." I'm not a mad old woman, John. I'm not imagining things. He's alive. He has to be. John, we've seen him defeat storms and demons and sickness and suffering. And now he's beaten death, the greatest enemy there's ever been. And in Jerusalem, of all places. He's alive, John. He's alive.
Well, how would the disciples have responded to that? They would want to see it for themselves. In fact, one of them, Thomas, would say, "Unless I can put my hand into his side, I will not believe it." But it was exactly as Jesus had said, that he would rise again on the 3rd day. This was exactly as the prophets had said. And when these women went to share the news would spread. Jesus would then meet with his disciples and would tell them to go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. The journey that Jesus had been on, which has seen all the changes of emotions, They've seen people cheering for him one day, wanting him crucified soon after. He's confronted so many different people. And all of those people were among those that he went to the cross for. After Jesus had died on the cross, there was no way death could keep a hold on him. And he rose on the third day. And imagine for those women that went to the tomb, those who went to the tomb, and what they saw, what they were confronted with, was the news that he had risen exactly as he said. The good news that is there, and they went on to share that news. And as Jesus met with the disciples afterwards, he gave them the Great Commission. He called on them to go out and share the good news themselves. And they would go on and preach. After Jesus went back into heaven, they would go on and preach and share the word. And Jesus says, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. And that Great Commission is there for us as well, to make disciples of all nations. And as we think about this journey that Jesus was on, let us now think about our own journey, our own Christian walk and our journey. Where are we on that journey today? Are we able to go out, whether it's physically or talking to people on the phone, however it may be, but to make disciples of all nations, to be a witness? Let us show the love of Jesus in our lives and be a witness to others to draw more to him. I hope you've been blessed over the past week by the story being told and the journey to the cross, and now looking forward to what Jesus has done and will be doing further in our lives, how God will be at work. I want to thank everyone that's contributed, so many people from the church who've been involved. It's good to see the church coming together to share the good news. And on this day now, I'd like us to reflect and think, how can we go on? How can we go on to share that good news with others? Amen.